These are what we call, well, what I call the gallop chords. They sound like an Irish horseman on horseback going to rescue his fair maiden from distress or something along those lines. So basically, it's kind of interesting. We're going to be playing the exact same chords as the chord playing group. They're playing F sharp minor, D to A to E sus to E. We're playing the same chords, but we're going to play them up here and with this just amazing rhythm that just rocks my face off. So what we're going to do is we're playing this F sharp minor up here in the A minor form, but we're going to kill this with kill all these strings with our first finger. So the only ones we want to hear are these. So here's the chord form. Then we're going to go to a D. It's from this D bar chord right here. And again, we only want to hear these, so we just want to be careful not to hit anything else. I'm kind of killing this string with this finger, this string with my thumb, and this string right here with my first finger. So we're kind of getting a little creative with what we're doing in order to only hear these, but whatever works for you, either just simply being careful or using other methods to kill those strings. Then we're going to go to an A right here. It's an A in the D form. You make it just like you would a D, and we're right here at the 9th fret. So 9th fret here, 10th fret here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to leave this finger planted. This finger is going to replace this finger, and our first finger is going to come to the 7th fret to make an E sus, and then we're going to pull this one into the 9th fret to make an E. So it'll sound like this. Now we add the cool rhythm that I was talking about. We want to have this. So what we're going to do is now, it sounds kind of a little different on its own, but when you put this in the mix of the whole track, and in the context of the rest of the chords and all the other guitar players doing what they're doing, this just sounds amazing. So what we're going to do, so let's all play it together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty much it. The important thing is to have a strong downstroke on the very first hit of each chord. Here, that strong downbeat. Do that and you're good. Basically, this part's really easy. After we're all doing the I'll end on A, make it really light and majestic. Starting to build. And we've got these hits the second. Okay, I might have thrown a little bit of extra on that one. Slightly unnecessary. But what we're going to do is we're starting out with this A to E to F sharp minor. Now that E is just a passing chord, so it's real quick. E, F sharp minor. Now we're going to do the same thing, going F sharp minor, E over G sharp to A, which this F sharp minor, basically it looks the same thing. We just take the same chord. Easy enough, right? To A. So let's play through that. Let's take it slow and I'll show you how that goes. Now the second time, get ready for the hits. E, F sharp minor. Here we go. Ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba. And then from there it just remains the same. Last time. Now, let's play it up to speed now that we've seen how to do it. So let's say we're coming out of part 3, the big building climax. So real soft and majestic. Might be a little slow. Here come the hits. Then we're real big. Getting ready to end. Then we're to the next part. For those of you assigned to the octaves part, this is perhaps one of my favorite parts of the whole song. This is where it really just takes on this anthem sound. It's really where the song starts to turn major, whereas before, in the previous section, part 3, there was a lot of conflict. With the it was kind of like the cry. Now this is, I don't want to say the pride, but it's this part is where the picture turns from tension and conflict to triumph. And we want to communicate that as such. So basically, what's going to happen is we play the chords initially just like everyone else. Let's say we're coming out of part 3, the big building part, the basically, we all want to find the closest A and end on that and let that hold, ring out for a little bit. So if you happen to be, depending on the part that you're coming from previously, we want to end on the closest A. If you're down in this section or region of the guitar, end on an A there, let it ring out. If you're in this section of the guitar somewhere, kind of anywhere in this section, a great place to end is this one right here. Give it some vibrato, and basically we're at the 9th fret here, 10th fret here. It's almost like this D form, but we don't want that 3rd. That guy's just too happy for his own good. We're not that happy about the triumph. He needs a break. So we're just gonna let those ring out. So once we let those ring out and kind of give it a pause, we're going to come in with the rest of the people playing the chords. Just hop in whenever your tone dies out. So starting to build bigger. Here come the breaks. Now let's talk about what we were just doing. Basically, the chords there for that section were A, E, F sharp minor. The E was simply a passing chord. Then we're going to do F sharp minor, E over G sharp to A. The E over G sharp was a passing chord. We form E over G sharp the same way we were just forming F sharp minor by just going, scooting it forward 2 frets and then going to A. The second time through that, we're gonna do these hits that are like ba 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 ba. So let's say we just rung out our A. Here come the hits. And then we're to our part. Now this is where the fun begins. We're going to be doing octaves here and a lot of sliding. So we're using this, we're sliding 11 to 12. So we're going to go, and then just I think da 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 1 and 2, 1 E and a 2. I think it's eighth notes. Here we go. Okay, so let's do that real slow. We've got 11 to 12, slide 12 down to 7. So 7 slide to 9, 9 slide to 4, 4 slide to 11, 11 slide to 12. So let's take that real slow. 11 slide to 12, 7, 9, 4, 11, 12, 11 to 12 again, 12, 7, 9, 9 to 4, 11, 12. So let's do that again at full speed. Here we go. That's it. Now, I call these the A to D twinklies, just because they sound twinkly to me. So what we're going to do is we're alternating back and forth between A and D, but then adding in these little sparkly, twinkly things. So what we're going to do is we're doing A. That's it. Bum, 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 bum. And then we're going to go, what we're going to do, this is kind of interesting, we're going to simultaneously strike the D string and the 4th fret on the E string. So, and then what we're going to do down here is, so we're doing, that's a hammer-on pull-off. But we're going to let that D string ring out, so it'll sound like this. So here's what it sounds like all together. I'll take it slow. Good. Now the thing to keep in mind is that we're going to retard on the last one. That simply means slow down, if that term is new to you. It's Italian, by the way, or maybe Latin or something like that. So what we're going to do is, here's the thing, full speed. Let's try that again one more time, play it together. Now, great news. The outro is exactly the same as the intro. So whatever you played for the intro is now your part for the outro. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch these videos. I want to encourage you to take your parts and practice them. Practice them over and over and over and over again until you're almost sick of them. But that's when this will get really, really good. And it'll sound like magic when it's all put together. And I want to encourage you to take these parts, to practice them, to make them your own. That's the most important thing. When you make them your own, it'll sound like you, and your voice in all of its unique individuality will be added to the sum total of them all. And this is why we're so grateful to have you a part of this. Now I want to encourage you, if you'd like to further your musical training, I'd like to encourage you to check out the ipickstrings.com website, where you can watch other online lessons and gain valuable skills that will enable you to continue to grow as a guitar player. I want to thank you again for being a part of the Guitar Orchestra